16 states, US states, commonly cited as having lower average intelligence score, IQ, along with stats, facts, and reasons for each. Note, intelligence is influenced by a complex mix of socioeconomic, health, educational, and environmental factors. Rankings like these are not about who is smarter, but often reflect access to quality of educations and resources related. And we're gonna start first with Mississippi, with the state of Mississippi, which is among with the lowest IQ. The IQ is around 94.2, 94.2, and the graduation rate is only 87%. The reasons why Mississippi is such infamous top is high poverty, low school funding, and health disparities. Next state in the top is Louisiana. Well, Louisiana. The average IQ in Louisiana is 95.3 IQ. Well, it's one of the among the lowest in the nation. Reasons: hurricane disruptions, poverty, and educational inequity. Quirky fact: for example, in Louisiana, it's illegal to send a surprise pizza to someone's house. Next is West Virginia. Well, West Virginia has an IQ average of 95.5. Well, college attainment only 23% of young people are following a college with the and absolve with the bachelor degree. Reasons: rural isolation and brain drain. A quirky fact is that in West Virginia, the pepperoni roll was, let's say, been invented, or this is the birthplace of pepperoni roll. Good. The right. Next in the list is Alabama. Well, in Alabama, the average IQ is 95.7. It is below national average. The reasons is historic underfunding of education. A quirky fact is that Alabama is home to the world's largest cast iron statue, the Vulcan. Next, Arkansas. Well, an IQ is higher than the other states mentioned, but is below the average. The IQ in Arkansas is 97.1. Well, the reason is below US average education spending and rural schooling. A quirky fact is that feral hog hunting is a popular pastime here. Well, Arkansas. Next is Kentucky. Kentucky. Well, Kentucky has an average IQ estimate of IQ 97%, 97.0. Well, the reasons rural education gaps and health access hosts the annual Hillbilly Days Festival. This was a quirky stat. Kentucky. The next is New Mexico. New Mexico. So, New Mexico. The IQ average in New Mexico is 97.8. Well, reasons: high student poverty and large rural populations. Well, if you say New Mexico, if you think at New Mexico as well, you think about Roswell, epicenter of the UFO lore, right? New Mexico, right? 8 is Nevada. Well, Nevada. The IQ in Nevada, the IQ average is 97.4. Well, public school ranking is in bottom 5. Reasons: low education, spending, and transit population. A quirky fact about Nevada is that it is illegal to own a tiger as a pet in some counties, but not in all. Very quirky fact indeed. Now we're gonna travel to the eastern coast, and the next is South Carolina. South Carolina. Well, South Carolina has an IQ average of 97.7, which is higher than any other US state mentioned. Well, but is below the average, which is 99. The reasons: historic educations and inequality, of course, and rural issues. Well, we think about South Carolina as the first state to secede from the Union. Right. Good. 10 in the list is North Carolina. North Carolina. Well, the IQ score, or no, the average IQ is 98%. 98. Well, mixed rankings, rural and urban divide. The reasons for this score is rural access to school and information and resource disparity. The quirky fact is that state toast includes a tribute to moonshine. Alright, Oklahoma next. Oklahoma. Well, the IQ average is 97.6 in Oklahoma. Is again one of the lowest. The reasons of this score, is teacher shortage and low funding. Quirky fact: the state meal includes chicken fried steak, squash, and pecan pie. This was a quirky fact. Chicken fried steak, squash, and pecan pie. That's right. 12. Missouri. Missouri is in this top. Oh, and the IQ average in Missouri is 98.2. So IQ 98.2. It is slightly below average, which is 99. Reasons: urban-rural gaps. What I have discovered is that town of Teichtwad has a bank called Teichtwad Bank. Right. Sounds very odd, right? Gosh, that's not right. 13. Indiana. Well, the IQ average in Indiana, the IQ score is 98.3. The college attainment is slightly under national average, but the reason of this score is underfunded urban districts. Quirky fact: first state with a high school for clowns. Is this true? So now if you want to become a clown, you need to attend to a high school specialized for this branch. So if you're from Indiana, please correct me if I'm wrong. Good. So, and now 14. It's Idaho. Well, Idaho has an average IQ estimate 98.5 IQ. 98.5. Well, the effect is that education spending is among the lowest per student. Reasons: rural schools, homeschooling rates. Good story, Desmond. Idaho. Next, it's Georgia. An IQ average of 98.1 score. A mixed education outcomes, urban and rural divide. Reasons: disparities between Atlanta and rural areas. Alright, and the last one in our list is Texas. Wow. Texas has an IQ average score of 98.4. Well, educational rank middle of the pack, but with variations. The reason for this score: high student to teacher ratio and large ESL populations. A quirky fact for Texas is that some towns still ban swearing in public. Well, that's quirky. Well, now, at the end, we can trace a conclusion that the eastern coast and the southern states are among the lowest IQ scores in the US. And like I said, this is due or because socioeconomics facts, environmental, education, and even health that can influence the IQ score for each. Well, because now we are at the end, of course. Thanks for exploring with me this, let's say, infamous top. If you ever want to dive into more stats, quirky lefts, or data visualizations, well, just send me some ideas or request via the comments. By the way, have a sharp day